Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Debbie Lifestyle and Family. And today I'm here to bring another video for the channel. Okay, we'll be discussing about how to stay in love, how to be in a relationship, how to keep the relationship and marriage spicy, and of course, how to stay together. And even if there are those small quarrel, okay, that thing we just suppress them also. How to stay in love in your marriages and in your relationship. And of course, I'm having 4 points. Number one, communication. Communication. Number two, compromise. Number three, connection. And of course, number four, number four on my list is commitment. Mhm. Commitment. So in these 4 points that I gave, we are going to emphasize a little bit on them. But before I jump into the video, if you're first here, if you're new here, you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do subscribe, and also turn on your bell notification in case I post any video, you'll be the first to see it. Okay, so let's jump into the video. Number one on my list, I'll go communication. In every relationship and marriage, communication is very important. Communication is very important, if not the important thing. Okay, you have to communicate with your partner, with your spouse. Okay, you have to communicate. Communication is just very important. Communication helps you. You talk, if for example something is bothering you, but because you have the communication, you guys, you communicate, you talk to each other, like you are flowing to each other. You can tell them this is what is bothering me. But if there is no communication, you cannot share your worries with your partner, with your spouse. Okay, so even if you're having a long distance relationship, or probably you're married and your husband is probably outside the country or very far from you, there are different ways or different means of communicating. Of course, social media is not very easy for us to communicate. You can call him, you can text him, you can do WhatsApp call, video calls. They are just everywhere, so you can communicate. Communication is very important in a marriage and in a relationship. And if you're about to go into a relationship or you're about to get married, but make sure that you're the kind of person who communicates, who and in the you're communicating, you have to take your time. You have to discuss with your man, discuss with your husband, discuss with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, discuss with them. Let there be that means of communication. Always communicate. That is, if you're seeing your spouse, like you're seeing them, they are with you, probably you live in the same house, very good. This is your opportunity. You can create that intimacy of each other. You can easily communicate. Even if you're having issues, communication helps solve some kind of things. The thing that will keep it, that will be in your mind and will be peppering you, it will be paining you, you can't say, and probably you don't want to say to anybody. You're just so ashamed, or you don't even have the conscience, the mind to approach your partner and tell them this is what is bothering me. You just, so you don't even know how to start it, because probably I don't understand. Or you have to build the communication between you and your partner. So communication is so important. Okay, communication is very important. If you're the one that your guy, your husband, whatever, is not with you, you're not seeing them like every 24/7, there's a different means you can communicate. Okay, you can communicate to them through WhatsApp, Facebook. You can do video calls, testing. Okay, this means you can reach your partner, you can talk to them. Okay, you can just communicate to them. Communication is just everything you need. All right, you have to communicate with your partner. Learn how to build the create a convenient space for you guys to talk. Okay, so, and of course, the rest. Communication, every means for you to communicate with your husband, with your boyfriend, with whatsoever you are doing it with. So you have to build that environment of communication. Okay, so I guess you understand 1 or 2 points that I point out. And the second point is compromise. compromise. I notice I'm victim. A lot of us don't compromise. You always want to win. You're having arguments with your partner, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, with your husband, with your wife. You don't always want to win. I was once like this. I know they like person win me. I won't win. We will argue, we will make that argument. I want to win, and it's not right. You don't have to be right all the time. Your opinion doesn't have to stand all the time. You have to compromise. You have to let your partner win sometimes. Allow him to make his mistakes. Allow him to make, he will still come back to ask for your opinion. Allow him to make his mistakes. Alright? You have to compromise. For example, maybe you are at the parlor, probably you want to watch, maybe your husband wants to watch a football match, and you have a very important program you want to watch, and probably the channel has already started and you want to watch, and you went in and saw that your husband is watching football match. You said, babe, I want to watch this very interesting, I want to watch it. Probably you have just one TV, and that which is at the parlor, and you don't have in the room. You told him, I want to watch. Sometimes the men, you have to compromise with her. Probably the program is very important to her. She want to see the end of the episode. You have to compromise with her. You have to allow her watch the channel. And you as a man, you don't have to, because you want to allow her watch a program, you just get angry and leave the home. No. You have to sit there with her, watch it, make it look interesting to her. Okay, you don't just go angrily. Some men will just leave. They will even leave home. They will just go out. No, you have to stay with her. I mean, compromise. Don't compromise and you're showing her that you're angry, like you just dey vex. You dey show her say you dey vex. You dey angry. You don't let you watch football match. Only that day football match will not kill you, oga. And you as the woman, the same thing goes to you. You are having an argument with him. You don't want him to win you. You won't follow and argue that argument till you reach the bottom. Till he can say, okay, I hands up, I not talk again. Sometimes compromise with them, even if you're right. Compromise with them even if you're right. It doesn't make you look stupid. No. It doesn't make you look stupid. You are just trying to create some avenue of peace. I mean, you just have to, you want to make, your compromise doesn't make you foolish, doesn't make you that maybe what you're saying is wrong. No, what you're saying is not wrong, but you have to allow him win sometimes. You don't have to be, if you're always winning in every argument, they always win, something they worry you now. It come like say the man, he go begin to think say, he better say me no even can get sense. In as much as what you are saying is the right thing, in as much as what you are saying is true, allow him win sometimes. Compromise with him, so that in case maybe you have important thing to say to me, he will listen. He will listen to you, because you always listen to him. It doesn't have to be you always listening. For they talk, they listen. Of course, if our men are talking, we ought to listen. But it doesn't mean that we don't have to talk to them sometimes. It doesn't mean that we don't have to advise them. We have to. But sometimes when we're just talking this casual talk, like normal talk, and you get into some argument, just compromise with him. Compromising, it really helps. It really helps. Okay, so you have to compromise. Be you man or woman, you have to compromise. It will keep you in a very healthy and strong and bond relationship with your husband or your wife or your girlfriend whatsoever, and your boyfriend. Okay, so compromising is very good in a relationship and marriage. Number 3 on the list is connection. Okay, number 3 on my list is connection. As a man or a woman, Before kids, business, job, also all those things like like the man. This is your business, your job, your this, whatever. Always remember that your wife comes first. Of course, there were the two of you before kids begin to come. Of course, there were two of you before these big job opportunities begin to come. Okay, you have to connect with your wife. Don't always put your business ahead of your wife. It might destroy your home. It might cause that distance between you and your wife. Don't always put business ahead of your family. Like you want to do business first before you know say you get woman for house, before you know say you get somebody for house. You must always connect with your wife. And also the woman, sorry. And also the woman. Because you don't get picking now, you don't forget saying that somebody make you get that children. You don't forget saying that somebody was there before those children. You put children ahead of your husband. You are always saying, I'm busy, these children, they are giving me this, they're stressing me. Love your children, but love your husband the most. Because they were the two of you. The two of you were there before those children came in. So you don't have to put your children ahead of your husband. Connect with your husband. Connection. Bond with him. Screw with him. If you will lie you tie yourself with him. Because there was once the two of you before children begins to come. Before jobs begins to come. So you have don't because probably before you were so connected, before you were just so bond, you were just so be into each other. Because business now has come, children of course is not there, you just forget your husband or your wife. You have to connect, balance it. Of course you're doing your business, balance it. Do not put business center of your family. It will destroy it. Do not put it ahead. Like you put on first, say business before my wife. No now, oga. Mba. Mba. So your wife comes first. Your wife comes first before that business. And no say until they bring money, but she's your wife. She's the family you have. So your family comes first before your business. Also with the woman, your husband comes first before your kids. Before your kids. So don't put your kids ahead of them. Connect with your husband. Connect with your spouse. Bond with them. Sometimes I was a victim of this because of course I'm a mother, and when I newly gave birth to my son, it was like, you know, as a first mom, you know, that excitement, that's how my mother, you're not seeing your child, you know those love, those motherly love. I'm feeling it, I'm feeling everything just vibrating. Sometimes I can be with my son for hours, if not the whole day. Oga can even come, I will not even notice say you don't enter. It will be like, you better say you don't love me again. And the fact is, I do love him, but because of the over excitement, you can't forget some person make you become a man. That is very, 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 very wrong. It's so wrong. It's so very wrong. You don't have to put your kids. I know the joy of a mother. I know the joy of being a mother, and you're just so excited carrying your child up and down. He wants to suck, that feeling you're having. I know it's very beautiful, but then you have to remember that someone makes you a mother. Someone put that thing in there. Not be you put her. Not be you put her. Somebody makes you become a mother. So don't forget him because you're not having some new companion. You're just dancing everywhere and forgetting your husband. It's very wrong. your husband will start feeling like maybe she doesn't care for me no more. She doesn't love me anymore. It will put him into uh, emotional drama. He will begin to think that you don't love him. Okay, so you don't have to put your children ahead of your husband. Your husband is your Lord. Your husband is everything, as much as your children are everything. Balance it. Okay, connect. You have to connect. Make the connection so tight, so strong. Ah, you have to connect with your husband. It's very important in your relationship, in your marriage. It's very, very important. It's so, 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 so important. And of course, the fourth, another list, commitment. Commitment. You know, sometimes it's common. This one is very common. Men feels the woman is supposed to be committed, like she's the only one who's supposed to be committed. Wow. When you're talking about commitment, it's not one-sided something. The both of them. Imagine when a woman is committed to the home and the man also is committed, like they're just committed to each other. There is nothing like best marriage or relationship, but you have the best relationship or marriage. This relationship marriage that some of us are seeing today, and we admire them. They are so beautiful, they are so complete, they are so into each other. They started from fighting. They started from quarreling. I will leave you, I'm done. But because they have this common understanding, they are saying I'm done. They are not saying goodbyes, and they work it out. They try, they practice, they learn to be committed to each other. That's why they're having a beautiful family today. Imagine if a woman is committed to the home. The man is committed also. They are just committed to each other. They are just committed to each other. You begin to imagine how the home would just look. You begin to imagine the man is committed, the woman is committed. You just begin to imagine. It will be hard for someone. It will be hard for someone, or it will be hard for anything to break such marriage. You begin to imagine if a man is committed to his wife and the wife is committed to her husband. You have a perfect marriage, a perfect relationship. I don't know if you're getting what I'm trying to say. You'll be committed. The family will be so nice. You just begin to imagine it. The husband is not just leaving the whole load on the head of the man, the head of the woman. He is there as much as the woman is there. They are just committed. Nothing is ever going to break such marriage. Nothing is ever going to separate such people, because they are committed to each other. They are putting all their efforts to make sure that the home works. Like they are trying to keep the home together. They are trying to keep the home. They are working so hard to make sure that they put the home together. Sometimes the men will just leave all this thing in the head of the woman. Say, now woman they keep house. Now woman they keep house. You don't break your house. No, the man is not committed. It's two ways, not one-sided something. If you leave her for only the woman, she might try her best, but she might not be able to carry this whole burden alone, because she has other things doing. But when the woman is committed, the man is committed, it will be perfect. It will be so perfect. You have to commit yourself to each other. You have to put your effort, you as a man, you as a woman, to make sure it works. It's called committed. You are committed to your family. You're committed to your home. You're not living it in one side and make the man do one, make the one you not be man, make it do one. Or the man is not living it on one side and make the woman do one. Woman are the one supposed to keep her home. You are a woman. You don't know how to keep your home. Be committed to each other. Your home, it will be so lovely. You will like her. At the end of the day, you become one of those people people see they look up to. See how that relationship they are so nice. I want to be like them when I grow up. But you have to be committed before you be like those people you're seeing. It doesn't mean they don't have their little issues. They do, but they are just so committed. On my own opinion, I will say that I think commitment is just the mother of everything. The mother of them all, commitment. If a man is committed to his wife, and the wife is committed to her husband, they will have a very beautiful family. Yes. So I believe my one or two opinion to this how to stay in love, at least I believe that you grab one or two things, if not everything. At least I believe you grab one or two things from everything that I just said. And I know if you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage, I believe this is for you. Also, it's for me. I'm also learning. Okay, this is for you and this is for me. I'm also learning. So if you're about to go into a relationship or you're about to get married, this is also for you. In fact, if you the only way you go say not be for you, except say maybe you be the other people. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay, not me talking. But if you're into a relationship or you are a married woman, you're a married man, this message is for you. I guess you enjoyed my topic of today, and I also guess you pick one or two things. Let me know what you think at the comment section. Please, if you haven't been liking my videos, please do like, share and subscribe. Click on the button so you can receive my videos whatever I post. You will be the first to get it. Okay, I've come to the end of the video. I love you guys. Stay tuned for my next video. The next one will be so interesting. But I just say, okay, let me drop this one here today, at least for some of my beautiful sisters and some of my handsome men out there. At least they will gain one or two from, if not be everybody will gain at least small as in some people, some few people will still gain one or two for watching I still talk. Okay, I love you guys. Always stay tuned and remain blessed. I love you guys.